Yes, Dan, well, colleagues close to the Pelosi family say it's clear this was a targeted attack. Sources confirming the 42-year-old suspect broke in with the intention to harm the speaker, and as we've been reporting all day, ended up violently attacking her husband, Paul, with a hammer. Friends, colleagues, and of course the Pelosi family all in shock tonight as Paul recovers in the hospital. A violent attack unfolding at House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's Pacific Heights home. Just before 2:30 a.m. Friday, investigators responded to calls for a well-being check and found Pelosi's husband, Paul, fighting off an intruder with a hammer.
The suspect pulled the hammer away from Ms. Pelosi and violently assaulted him with it.
Police Chief Bill Scott says the intruder is 42-year-old Berkeley resident David DePepe. He was arrested shortly after officers arrived on scene. Sources close to ABC 7 News say DePepe confronted Paul after breaking into a door on the side of their home, yelling for Nancy's whereabouts before violently assaulting him with a hammer. Paul was immediately transported to San Francisco General, where he underwent surgery to his head to repair a skull fracture and severe injuries to his right arm and hand.
My God, how could this be? Somebody broke into his home and attacked him. We were just horrified that such a thing could happen.
It's just horrible. It's just horrible. It's horrific.
Investigators say the motive for this attack is still being determined, but congressional colleagues who saw firsthand the violence unfold on January 6th believe it's clear this was a targeted threat towards the speaker.
Of course it's an assassination attempt. That's what they wanted to do on January the 6th. That mob of insurrectionists attacked the Capitol specifically to kill Pelosi and the vice president.
It's exactly what the insurrectionists were saying on January 6th. Nancy, where are you? Where are you, Nancy? And this man broke into the home, and that's what he was saying. To me, there isn't any difference. I can't believe this is my country.
Speaker Pelosi is the highest-ranking member of Congress, third in line to assume the presidency, a position that has provided a full-time Capitol Police detail. While the speaker was away at the time of this attack, it's still unclear why there wasn't more security present at their home.
We are working closely with our partners from the FBI, the U.S. Attorney's Office, the U.S. Capitol Police, and our district attorney here in San Francisco County, D.A. Brooke Jenkins.
We'll proceed with the appropriate charges.
Pray for the family and really pray for our country and our democracy, because each one of these acts really diminishes all of us. It damages the soul.
Now, Chief Scott just told us DePepe is still recovering at the hospital tonight, but will be booked at the San Francisco County Jail on attempted homicide, assault with a deadly weapon, elder abuse, burglary, as well as a slew of other felonies. In the meantime, the speaker has made it back to San Francisco to be with her husband and the family. And while the injuries are significant, Dan, thankfully we're able to report tonight Paul's doctors expect he will fully recover.
Well, that's the most important thing, of course. Stephanie, thank you. Even the bomb squad, a small army of law enforcement officers and investigators, have been at the Pelosi house in San Francisco all day. The bomb squad found nothing, thank goodness. Neighbors tell us they feel like the family has been under attack for years now, especially given the current political climate. ABC 7 News reporter Leanne Melendez is live from Broadway and Divisadero with more on what transpired. Leanne?
Well, Dan, I want to show you what we found outside the speaker's house. This envelope belongs to the United States Capitol Police. Now, what they do with this is they put evidence inside this envelope, and obviously there's nothing inside. But this is proof that the San Francisco Police Department is not the only agency involved in this investigation. The FBI is also here. This morning, the Pelosi home became one of San Francisco's main attractions for both locals and tourists, after word quickly spread that the speaker's husband had been attacked inside their home. Police, FBI, and Capitol Hill investigators searched through the house. The couple's son, Paul Pelosi Jr., was also present. The bomb squad arrived later to make sure there were no surprises left behind. They found nothing. According to the assessor's office, the family purchased the home in 2007. Neighbors living near the very visible Pelosi home told us the house has been targeted a number of times.
And I think now with people being able to search and find people's homes, and it's very distinctive and it's very close to the sidewalk. Like so many houses in this neighborhood are up flights of stairs.
Stop victimizing us! For years now, protesters have made it a point to bring their issues here, disregarding their privacy. In January 2021, the home was vandalized with graffiti, prompting San Francisco police to have a unit stationed outside and around the clock for several months. And now this, a home invasion and a brutal attack on Paul Pelosi.
It's hard to understand how the man got in, but I guess we'll hear more.
Well, he got in through the back.
No, I know that, but how that happened with all the security around here is kind of difficult to understand.
Because Speaker Pelosi was not here in San Francisco, neither was her security detail. Even before the January 6th insurrection on Capitol Hill, members of Congress have received additional funding for security at their home because of the ongoing threats. As the midterm elections move closer, some here are concerned.
Fearing that come Election Day, this could be a dangerous place to be should the right decide to camp out here.
Now, police are stationed outside the home right now and will remain here for the time being. Now, the speaker has not returned home. But we heard the police chief say earlier that the U.S. Capitol Police is in charge of security of the home, but that they will assist. Now, it's not clear if San Francisco police will have a special unit outside the home like they did several months ago. But my assumption is that things will quickly change around here. I'm live in San Francisco. Leanne Melendez, ABC 7 News.
Yeah, I suspect you're exactly right, Leanne. Thank you.
And in that press conference, Leanne just mentioned, San Francisco's police chief Bill Scott spoke about the attack, and he got emotional.
Our elected officials are here to do the business of their cities, their counties, their states, and this nation. Their families don't sign up for this to be harmed, and it is wrong. And everybody should be disgusted about what happened this morning.
Everyone should be disgusted, the chief said. Powerful moment today during that news conference not long ago, about 20 minutes, 30 minutes ago. All right, joining us now is ABC 7 News insider Phil Matier.
And Phil, we want to ask you about this because we knew something like this could possibly happen, right? But now that it has happened, what does this mean for other politicians and their families?
Well, you know, the honest thing is it's been leading up to this, and for a lot of politicians, and I'm not just talking about big names out there, I'm not talking about the Speaker of the House or the President of the Senate or even Congress people, but in the last couple of years, the level of discourse and discord in the United States and in the Bay Area has really grown.
Sure.
And while the assault on Paul Pelosi is national news, I'm going to remind you that school board members here in the Bay Area routinely have their houses protested. Protesters show up on their lawns in the middle of the night. Oakland Mayor Libby Schaaf in 2020 had her house surrounded by people, and then they set off fireworks and they shot projectiles into her living room where she and her family were. Nancy Pelosi earlier on had her house vandalized and graffiti spread out, and that's one of the reasons why they had a police presence there for a while. I was talking with one politician, Congressman Mark DeSonia. He said that, you know, everybody, your address is on the voter rolls, and people feel no compunction about showing up at your house. And this is the next step in that, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, and it's completely out of bounds, obviously, to bring people's families and
But Dan, the bounds have moved.
No, no question, it is.
Okay,
but
people show up at East Oakland council people's houses.
And it's just out of bounds. It's just wrong.
Right, but we have come to not accept it, but not become numb to it. Is that it?
Yeah, expect it. I mean,
yes.
But we shouldn't, obviously. Right. Let me ask you this. You know, obviously, San Francisco, you've talked a lot about this, and we've reported on it, has had a bad reputation the last couple of years for a lot of street crime and problems. This is a little different than that, but how will this affect San Francisco's image around the world and around the country.
It doesn't help it. There's no way that this helps it. First of all, we have the more recent, bad behaviors on the streets and questions about crime. But Dan, let's roll back the clock a little bit. This was the town where Harvey Milk and George Moscone were assassinated.
Right.
This is the town where there was an attempt to assassinate Gerald Ford, right in Union Square. This is a town that has a history of this, and this is another sad chapter in it. We hope that Paul Pelosi recovers, but we also cross our fingers to see if the city recovers as well.
Yeah. At a time when the city is trying
desperately
so
to get a different image out there. And this was in one of the most exclusive parts
Safest
of the
parts of town.
Thank you. Formerly safe.